Hey, what's up? This is Response, coming at you with my first live audio commentary with replay. It's going to be a Protoss versus Protoss here on Lost Temple. Me against War Break. This is a diamond level Protoss versus Protoss game, just a random ladder game. I've been hearing a lot of problems. A lot of Protosses have had the problem of the 4-gate warp and rush. They can't seem to figure out any way to beat it. They can't seem to figure out any counters to it. They pretty much feel completely vulnerable by it, and there's nothing they can do except do it themselves. I'm going to show you a simple solution that'll get you ahead early game, give you the economy you need mid-game, and allows you to play your game rather than have to just do the same thing every single game at 4 warp gate. Alright, so we're going to play here. This is a 2-gate strategy. Not a lot of players do 2-gate Protoss or Protoss at all, I don't really see. But on maps like Lost Temple, maps like Steppes of War, maps like any close position rush maps, it's a great build on. Metalopolis and Desert Oasis, not so much. You can't really get away with it because it can have enough units out to defend it even if you do 2-gate. So you're forced to do something else rather than this build. But on any other map it works fantastic. You're going to see me going pylon early. Now notice my pylon positioning here. I build it close to my nexus, right next to my nexus. This is because I don't want to lose mining time having to go all the way to my ramp, having to build my pylon here, and then having to send my probe all the way back to my nexus. It just saves you that mining time and gives you that few extra resources because that probe can mine that much faster to build the pylon, then mine that much faster. It just gives you like 5 to 10 extra resources that if I sent it to the ramp I wouldn't get. Alright, we're going to continue to play here. And StarCraft is all about those little every little thing that you can get ahead with. Each little detail really matters. In the big battles you see people, you're like, oh, that's sick, that's a massive battle, this is so sweet. But how did that one guy get ahead? Why did he have more units than the other person? Well, it was all these little things that added up to this great advantage. Okay, you're gonna see me build my first gateway at 13 supply, and then my second gateway at 15 supply. This is pretty standard. I'm not doing an all-in rush build. I'm not doing a 11-gate, 12-gate, or double 11-gate, or double 10-gate. If I were to do a double 10-gate, it would be at my ramp. I would be proxying it at my ramp. We're just going to go response only here. We don't need my camera view though. And I would not be chrono boosting my nexus because I would be trying to get my zealots out as fast as possible. This is an economical rush. This is going to put you in a position where it forces them not to be able to warp gate rush you because you're putting that early pressure on. They have to build that second gateway before their cybernetics core, or they have the very likelihood of being overwhelmed by your units. Okay, so I scout wrong position here. Usually, I don't like my scouting very much. Usually, I'll scout the Zelnaga Watchtower first so I can get that big scouting advantage right there. And then I'll go scout here. But I guess I must have forgot this game. I was playing a lot of games. It was pretty late. So, that's my excuse, I guess. Alright, you notice I'm chrono boosting my first Zealot. This is because he could be proxy gating me. It's not very likely since I went through the middle, and I would like to kind of see a lot of the times me chrono boosting my probes just to get that extra probe advantage again. But I guess this game I was just a little too paranoid. Alright, so I scout his base and I only see one gateway up and one pylon blocking. That's just juicy for me because I know that he's teching. He's got to be teching the stalkers here because he'd have that second gateway up. And I know that if I just push zealots to his base and keep chrono boosting, he's going to get overwhelmed. Especially with this unit positioning. He's only got one pylon to power these gateways. That's a big mistake. You want at least 2 usually. And even if you do have 2, the problem with it is he's going to get supply blocked when I kill that pylon. Okay, so I'm doing some harass with this first zealot, and the second zealot comes and just targets the pylon. I'm not worried at all about going after. I'm going to use one zealot to go after the stalker, I should say, and I'm going to use one zealot to just chop away at this pylon. This is one thing that good players do and bad players do not. Notice I have one zealot keeping his stalker at bay, making sure that he's having to focus on this, micro this, while another zealot is just chopping away at this pylon. This is just forcing him, it's giving him, basically putting him in chaos mode almost, I should say. I like to say. He has so many things going on that he can't focus on all of them. He's got to make sure that he doesn't lose a pylon. He's got to make sure that he doesn't lose a stalker. It forces him, it spreads out his attention, and he really can't focus on all these things at once, and he's going to start breaking down. And it's not very hard, it's not a lot of micro for me. For him, it's a lot of micro, pulling this stalker back and forth, building an extra pylon, continuing to build probes, continuing to chrono boost, and continuing to build stalkers. Well, all I have to do, select that pylon, that zealot's done, select this stalker, that zealot's doing its job, and then can go back to my base and continue to build units. It makes it a lot easier on me and a lot harder on him. So yeah, this stalker doing this zealot doing exactly what it should, and another zealot coming right afterwards. All right, so I popped a pylon that's so huge early game to kill those pylons. You notice this next zealot just chopping away at this pylon while this zealot continues to chase this stalker. Again, now he's got two stalkers to micro, and he also has to be worrying about these pylons. And he loses a stalker. You see this spreading out what he's got to do is just giving him too much to multitask at this point. He's basically crumbling, falling apart because he's got too much to do. Again, just two zealots attacking that other stalker, and again he just forgets about it. Too much to do, and he's really just not microing at all. Now I'm targeting his probes. That's the third place you want to go. After you have one zealot on a stalker and one zealot on a pylon, you take another zealot and you target probes. That gives them 3 places they have to micro. They have to watch their probes, make sure they don't lose as many probes or just surround it and lose a ton of probes. Or they also have to micro their stalker, and they also have to continue to build pylons. It's just so hard to do everything you need to do at this point. And you notice he's just lost 3 stalkers because there's just too much to micro, too much for him to do. And now I just have 3 zealots in his base, and he's only got 1 stalker. It's pretty much over at this point. There's nothing he can really do. Again, this is all because he went that core first and then built that second gateway, while I just went 2 gateways right off the bat. It makes such a difference, and it makes it so hard to defend when you've only got 1 gateway that it's pretty much impossible. And again, just chopping away. This is what you want right here. 1 zealot targeting each stalker, 1 zealot on pylons, 1 zealot on probes. This is where you want all your zealots. I'm doing this. This is perfectly how you should be attacking him, because it just gives him so many different things. He's going to either lose a bunch of probes, lose some pylons, or he's going to lose stalkers. And there's nothing he can do about it. Because he has to micro these stalkers, or one-on-one zealots kill stalkers. He has to micro these probes, or else he's going to lose them all. And he's got to continue to build pylons, or he's just going to be supply blocked and lose too much supply. And at this point, it's pretty much over. I've already got stalkers out. I mean, there's nothing he can really do to come back from this. I mean, I've killed too many pylons, killed too many probes. And look at that, 8 kills on that zealot. I mean, it's just a really strong early game rush, very basic, but it's very effective, especially against, like I said, that 4 warp gate rush. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first audio commentary. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and just message me about them. I'm hoping to answer any questions you guys have. And I'm going to be starting a blog very soon. Hope you guys check that out as well. Alright, this is Response signing out for Nerdstomper. Thanks, bye.